Hey guys, this is Kysen here, and today I'm going to show you how to get your first animals here on Sky Factory 4. Okay guys, so the first thing I wanted to show you today was the farming area, as you can see here behind me. Now, the observant among you may notice that our sugarcane has gone up more than the 3 blocks that it usually would. So that's not like a bug or anything that happens in this pack. It's all been planted on the snad stuff, which is this stuff right here, which is just 2 sand, gives you snad. And for those of you who don't know about snad, it just basically makes sugarcane grow faster. The idea behind that mod was everybody arguing about whether sugarcane grows faster on sand or dirt. So now it does grow faster on snad. So there we go. So we can harvest that later on if we want. And I got a few other things going on here today. Now, this is all actually planning ahead because what I want to get into today is some animals. I made a bit of an area down there where we're going to get into fencing those animals in. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys what I've done here because you'll notice all these trees are now gone. So I'm going to use this area for something else. And the reason that they are gone is because we have a much better way of doing this. So, the hopping bonsais. Now, what I've done is I've used these cabinet things, and I'll just quickly show you the little recipe here for these cabinets because they're not too difficult to make at all. So just a bit of planks and a trapdoor, and that'll give you one cabinet. But what I've done is these are double chest size, so that means there's 2 cabinets, and they stack vertically. So if I can just get down here, oh, lost my floor, never mind. But you can see that's what happens all the way around to here. And basically it just means that we can have them right next to each other. So it's very compact, but still gives you that double chest of storage, and everything is just feeding into that quite nicely. So, we are doing quite well for diamonds. Well, at least we have the resources to get diamonds, I should say. So let's grab a load of this out and start making up some diamond amber. We can smelt that down because I want to get into a bit of a better tool. So, here's our diamond amber. Let's make up all of that and all of this. And we can put this in our smeltery and get a good load of diamonds back. So the rest of that can stay in there. Our smeltery has been extended. I did a bit of that off camera. Just got some more seared bricks, some more of these basins and things just to up our game a little bit there. Alright, so that's now at capacity. Oh, can we not smelt those down in here? Oh, okay, I just assumed you could. Okay, cool. Well, I guess then, if we go to their uses, let's have a look. We can melt them down into molten diamond with a melter. Let's see how difficult that's going to be to make. So a melter looks like this. And we need nether bricks and advanced plating and stuff. Now, there was actually a thing here. So diamonds. Obtain a diamond. Oh, but it doesn't tell you how to go about that. I've got my diamond sapling, but it doesn't tell you how to do it. On some of these, it kind of gives you a bit of advice as to how you're going to do that. So it looks like going with the ambers is the right way to do it, but then you're going to need one of these melter things to get the molten diamond. You can't do it within Tinkers. So that's a bit of a pain, but I think we might be able to do it with the porcelain melter if we get that set up. So what I'm going to do is probably revisit this a bit later on, because what I want to get into is the animal side of things. So we'll leave that for now, and we'll have a look at the animals, because that's not important. I was just basically going to make, or show you guys on cam, what was actually going to happen is one of these things, a diamond paxel. Now, the idea of this is you make a few diamond tools, you get the paxel, and it's kind of a jack of all trades. It's quite a useful tool to have, but it's not essential for what we're doing today, so we're going to leave it with that. Now, to get animals, we're going to get into getting some pigs to start off with, so we need pig seeds. You see here, dirt acorn, some seeds, and a carrot. So, pretty simple recipe for that one. And you can get, I think, every single animal and mob in the game using seeds. So it's quite a cool way of going about things. Now, in here, do we have anything? No. Okay, so I have to grab some seeds from here. Let's see, we got some seeds, yes. And here's our carrots. So we'll just grab... Oh, it only gave me carrot seeds because they're not grown. I see. Well, luckily I do have some bone meal on me. So let's just grab a few carrots. There we go. And now we should be good to go, apart from a dirt acorn, which of course we have a ton of over there. So yeah, not too bad at all. Now, I'm pretty excited as well because Minecraft 1.14 is now at full release as of me recording this video. So, for those of you that are not aware, I am actually starting a brand new server for Minecraft 1.14, and that server is going to be called Mindful SMP. It's a YouTuber only server that I'll be doing, so that'll be on my channel very soon. So if you like vanilla Minecraft as well, then do subscribe and you'll get notified when that comes out, and you can follow me along on that series. We have some huge plans for that, so I'm very excited, and the more of you that want to be part of that, the better. So we got our pig seeds, and I got some little gates on me, so I guess the pigs can just go, if I can place the fence right, they can go in here. Let's just get rid of that, thank you. So what you do, you place them down, and you can bone meal these seeds, grows a pig, and sometimes it doesn't use up the seed. Yeah, okay, so we got a pig seed there still going, so we can actually grow There we go. We've got 2 pigs out of this one so far. And now it's gone. Okay, so we only got 2 seeds. 2 pigs out of it. But of course that means we can breed them once they get bigger. So that's cool. And that's a very easy process to go there for our little pigs. Aren't they cute? Okay, now, the next thing I want to get into is cow seeds. But to do that, we're going to do it in a bit of a different way. So what I'll show you, we're going to get a market. Here we go, market. So we want some logs, we want some wood, and some red wool. Now, here we go. I know how to poppy somewhere. There we go, there's our poppy. We need to get some string as well, of course, and then we can dye... we can turn the string into wool and then dye the wool to get the red wool. And the market has a really cool animation that comes with it, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys this on camera. But first of all, we do need some string. Now, how well do I remember where everything is? That's the question. Here's our cottonwood. Here we go. So we've got 22 string there only. Okay, that's going to have to do. So we can make up a little bit of wool. Now, I can't remember if we need 8 wool. No, we don't. Okay, cool. I knew that. So now it's just logs and planks. Now, we're going to put the market over that way. And I'm thinking, I've been running around this island a lot, right? I've been doing a lot of work, like off camera and stuff. And I am doing a lot of running around thinking I need a better way of transporting myself around this island. So I'm going to look into that in between episodes and hopefully do that next episode, a better way of transport. But do you guys know a way? If you do, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you as to what that better way is going to be. And we're going to look at doing that in the next episode because we want to get around a little bit quicker, right? So we can just put this down here, one of those there, a couple of those. We have a market. Now, here's the cool thing. So I think for now, the market can go around about here. We've got loads of these mini Edward Cumpers. There's a guy on my server. Oh, he died. He's in the void. Bye, Ed. He's been placing himself everywhere. So if you see those around, yeah, that's what they are. I reckon the market for now can go like here. And watch this animation, guys. I'll place it there. Here it comes. Where is it? He's coming. There he is. There we go. So we now have this guy, the weathered salesperson. And we can do all kinds of trades with this guy, which is pretty cool. Now, apparently, if you place the market and there's a block above so that this guy couldn't fall down and land here in front of the market, he will dig up, which is, it sounds pretty cool. And I might have to try that in an upcoming episode. But yeah, apparently that's what happens. So, the reason we wanted the market is because I also want sheep. And sheep seeds are going to do 2 things for us. One, they're easy to get, but we do need a feather, which we can get from a market with 1 normal seed. Now, any sensible YouTuber would have remembered to pick up a second seed when they're over there. Over there, where you can see my sugarcane growing super high. But what we're going to do is use the market in the way that I just said to get the to turn the seeds, and we'll grab a couple here because sometimes you notice when I plant the seeds, I say I got 2 pigs, but you could just get 1, and we want obviously at least 2 so that we can be breeding them. So with the sheep seeds, yes, we get sheep, which is awesome. We got a better way of getting wool, and we can also get mutton, and mutton is what we're going to need to get a cow seed. So it seems like a pretty smart idea to me. So what we want to, can we search for sheep seeds? We want one of those, so I'll give you one of those for now. And oh, what? 16 raw corn? Where did that come from? Okay, so maybe this isn't going to work. I thought we could. So. Let me just double, because I mean, this definitely said in the... Oh, that's for sheep seed. Wait, I'm being stupid. I need a feather. Oh my goodness. Alright, guys. That's how not to do it. There's the feather. There's the seed. And the less said about that, the better. Oh, grab my feather. Alright, so now we can make it, because we've got everything else that we need. So, where's the next crafting bench? Alrighty, so there's our sheep seed. Oh dear, okay. That was derpy. So there we go. Let's get in here and place down our sheep seed. Now, let's see if we get lucky again or not. Little baby sheep turns into a big sheep, and... Budge out the way, please. Oh, look at that, it's gone. Alright, so now we need to get another feather. Look at that cute little baby sheep. So this is why I got some extra of this. And we want a feather. Thank you. Now we can make up another sheep seed. Oh, what am I missing? Oh my goodness. Okay, so for those of you watching on mobile, if you just tap the right of the screen twice, then you will go 10 seconds ahead, and hopefully at that point I might actually have the stuff required to do this. My bad, guys. I do apologize. Oh dear. Alright, but at least after this will be a good way there. You see why I want some better transport around this island. You know, it's not even like the pack or anything, it's just me. I've created this big island where all the business stuff is here and here, so the 2 polar opposites of the island. And then I just always forget stuff. So that is a bad combination. It just results in me running around like an idiot. Like a what? Like an idiot. I can't even say the word. That's how bad things are going. Alright, so let's get this guy grown as well. Okay, so that is going to keep growing sheep for us. So we could just leave that there, and it will eventually grow like any normal crop will grow. We get another sheep, and see what happens, because we're out of bone meal for a second. So, what we could do with doing now is growing the sheep, because we're going to get mutton out of them. So if I show you here for the cow seed, so the cow seed, and you can get it from a market, but you need 16 raw corn, and I have 0. So that's not a good start. However, leather, this is how we're going to do this. We can get leather by drying out a number of things, one of which is cooked mutton. So that's why I think the sheep seed first makes the most sense, because you're going to want sheep anyway, so that kind of, to me, is a clever idea, right? Now, while they're growing, what we're going to do is grab ourselves some cobble. So I've got my cobble gen here, and I want to make up some of these things. Look at this. Some cobblestone path, because that looks really cool to me. So I think I want to place that down in the farm, because that makes sense. But also, I had this cool idea, and let's see, I've got the materials on me, I believe, to make up some diagonal fence. So here we go, diagonal oak fence. Let's just make up a good load of that, and see how we go. Oh, look at that, you get a little achievement there, diagonally. So if I place this like here, yeah, there we go. So maybe I want to come out a little bit further than that. And, okay, so what I'm going to need to do, I guess, is plan it, not with fence gates, hang on a second. Let's get those out of the way, because they're confusing me. Is like this, so I can still walk down and access my pigs and things, but then we could have a little bit of diagonal stuff. Ah, wait, maybe that needs to be diagonal too, to connect up. Yeah, there we go. So we can place that along here, and like that. That is pretty cool, right? A nice little diagonal pen there. I like that. So then I guess actually we want to put this into a gate so we can actually get in here, and this will be where our cows go. Now, it's not the Ritz, I get that, it's quite a small little area, but it'll do for now. We'll keep the animals in here and breed them and stuff all in there, so that's very good. Now, let's try out this cobble path. So if we're coming in here, how does that look? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I reckon we'll do that there, and then a bit of a diagonal sort of path, so we can get to the sheep, and I'm out. But this stuff's really cheap, so we'll just make up a load of it. There we go, so that can go up to the pigs, and it can come down here. And we'll leave a little bit of grass, and we might put down some decoration later, like some tall grass and stuff in here. But yeah, I kind of like that as it happens. Now this should probably go there. Yeah, and maybe there as well. That looks cool. I like that. All right. So that's a cool texture that you can use. I wonder if there's any other types of path. So you can actually do this with bricks and with path tiles, which is stone bricks. Okay, that's pretty cool. And a round path as well. Ooh, that might be cool as well. So there we go. So if you're into like getting good looking farming stuff, that's probably the way to do that. Now, I also got some other gifts. For those of you who don't know, this is of course on a server. Information on how to join this server, if you are interested, will be in the video description. But I want to open these gifts and see what they are. So, another gift from Zash with a nicely decorated sign. Let's see, what do we get from Zash? Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. We have a load of wooden barrels. Alright, let's get all these out. Look at that, it's an achievement. That is an achievement right there. And let's come over here, because I reckon every good farm has a little barrel. Oh, look at the texture of that. That is awesome. Now, I believe, because I haven't actually tried these out, but I think they work. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much like storage drawers, where you can put stuff in barrels like that. So, we need to think of a good way to use them and to utilize those. Probably, you know, it could be used just for decoration, but I reckon we could put them to better use than that. So let's have a look at that for sure. And thank you to Zash for that gift. Now, I don't think I'm missing any. I think the only thing... Oh, wait, hang on. No, I am. A gift from Master Era as well. All right, let's move that out the way. All right, what do we get from Master? Oh, okay. Obsidian buckets. So that was mentioned in my last video. And, oh, what was that? Sorry, red dyed water bottle. Now, I'm thinking he might have given me this because it's part of some sort of recipe where we use the buckets and the water and the signs. Is that a thing? I might have to speak to him and figure out if this was for... There we go. They're used together for something there. For a fire slayer. I don't think that was it, though. But we can use it to get red dyed water. What about the lava buckets? What are they used in? So they are used in a few recipes. We can see here. Doesn't look like anything that's mixing with the other stuff that I got. So I'm going to check with him if there's some sort of special use for this. So for now, I'm going to leave his things in there so I keep them separate and don't accidentally use them. But these obsidian buckets, I'll actually just show you something very quickly. An obsidian bucket, I'll show you guys down here. There we go. Just 3 obsidian, as you might expect, but they hold 3 buckets worth. in there. So that's pretty awesome. That's a pretty useful little tool to have in this game. So we'll keep those in there. Thank you for that, Master Era. And as I say, I'll come back to using that in a little bit. So I might actually pick up these little eds. If you're wondering how people do this, by the way, if you want to do this in your own pack or your own server, it is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Here's the thing: a player statue. So you just use this. This is how you make them: bit of gold, bit of wood, and a statue core. Now, I haven't really got into making them myself yet. People on the server have been making them. But I'm just wondering, there might even be a better way to make it than that, because I don't know if anyone on my server's got into this yet. So I might have to ask around about that as well. And if you guys know a better way to make them, then let me know. But you see here, you get all these different statues of all different things, which is pretty awesome. My goodness, look at that. For a sheep statue, you need all these nether stars and things. That's insane. Alright, so talking to sheep, we are going to wait for those sheep to grow up. Once they do, we're going to get some cows going on and basically complete our little farming setup. Well, our early game farming setup. We will expand it in the future. So let's go let them grow up and then I'll get that started. Okay guys, so our sheep have now grown and therefore we want to breed them. So let's get you and you breeding up together. And as soon as they're bred and we've got the baby, what we can do is kill the parents, essentially, and that will then obviously grow into an adult, and we've got that little sheep there growing. So we want to do that because, here's our mutton, we want to dry this out, don't we? Oh wait, but actually, I think we have to cook it first. Let me just double check that. So cow seeds, to get the leather on the drying rack, we need, yeah, it does say cooked mutton, so if we just put normal mutton in, it might grow the wrong thing, and that wouldn't be good for anybody. Now, as you can see, my storage is super messy, and it's a little bit frustrating at times. So what I'm going to be doing probably in the next episode is getting into some storage work. So don't fret, it will come, and that'll be what happens in probably the next episode. Now, what I wanted to do actually as well is I realized that some of you guys may be wondering how I got certain saplings here, and I thought if I take you through the process on cam, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky when you're following this pack, so I might just go through a few things. So one of the best early game ones is the iron sapling. So the iron sapling, if you look at it right here, you look at, okay, you need molten iron, and then you need an acacia sapling. So you might well be wondering, okay, how do I get iron without iron? Which is a decent question. Let's start with the easy one, the acacia sapling. All you want to do is get an apple sapling and put that into water. Now this of course begs the question as to how you get an apple sapling, which if you click on it, apple sapling right there, you'll see here you can get them from apple saplings, and that in itself is a little bit confusing. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of a process here as to how you want to go about that. So let's go back to the iron sapling. So the acacia sapling that we're looking to get here with the apple sapling, you can buy acacia saplings, you can also buy apple saplings, but there's actually an easier way to get them. You see here, when you hover over it, it's not immediately obvious, but it says there in red, made when planting apple seeds. So if I go on to apple seed, here we go, these things here. Now these are a bit easier to get. All you need to do is put apples into your crushing tub, and if you get yourself some oak wood or some dark oak wood, you can get your apples, crush them down, grab your apple seeds that way. So that will then, when planted, you can turn it into an apple sapling seed. So that, guys, is how you want to go about doing that. And then if we go back to the iron sapling here, you'll see that the apple seed, say you just put that in a cauldron with water, right click it, and it will give you the acacia sapling. Now to get the iron sapling, we talked about this with the molten iron that you will need. How do you go about that? Well, again, it's something that you look at and it's not immediately obvious as to how you actually get this stuff, because it looks like, well, hold on, I need iron to get iron. Now, with the casting, you can use Tinker's, or you can use Tinker's complement as well. So either one of those will work with your casting table to get your iron sapling, but it's all about this stuff, right? The iron. Now, if we go into the smelting here, okay, so it turns out the one I was looking for was right at the back, but what you need is an iron amber. Now, to get yourself an iron amber, you can craft those from coal, gravel, and sand. So that's what you want to do, is get yourself through those coal, sand, and gravel bonsais or trees, however you want to do it, until you've got enough to make yourself some iron amber, which you can smelt down to get your molten iron, to get your iron sapling, to then get to the stage where you get an iron acorns and iron resin to get a lot more. So that one was kind of a complicated recipe, and iron's very important early game, so I wanted to bring that up. The redstone sapling is another one that's a little bit of a tricky thing for, you know, something that you could easily miss out on. So, redstone sapling, once you've got your iron resin, you'll have your petrified resin, coal saplings, you'll need that before you've got your iron anyway, but then you might be wondering how you get the red dyed stuff. Now, I know this will be simple to some of you, but not for everybody. So what you do, guys, get yourself some grass, bone meal it, and you'll get poppies and turn that into rose red. As far as grass itself goes, I believe I did do that on camera, but basically, you can get some leaves, and see all different ones here will work in a cauldron with mud to get your grass, so that's fine. As far as the bone meal goes, well, you're going to want to get yourself bone amber, and you can do that once you've planted your bone sapling, which, if I just show you here, bone sapling is bone meal around a petrified sapling, right? So, bone meal. And again, alright, it's in the market, but you're going to need emeralds, so that's probably not how you're going to do it. But you can gravel down in water, gravel down in a cauldron with water to get bone meal. So, I know that might sound a little bit complicated. I thought if I showed you that, it might just kind of clear things up a little bit as to how you get some of these things, because I did a lot of this off cam and I struggled a little bit to get it, and I thought it might be good to show you guys how you're going to go about that. So generally speaking, if you're not sure about something, like how do I get gold, fluid, whatever, it's ambers. That's probably what you're missing out on. Ambers are the way to go in this pack. You see here, you need this sort of resin and dye, and you'll get yourself the gold amber, which you can smelt down to get your gold sapling, and it's kind of the same for every tree that you're going to want to get. If you're missing something, check the ambers, and if there's anything you want specific help with, just leave a comment and I'll give you the best explanation I can as to how you get it. Look at that sugarcane. Woo, look at that. It grows super high. I believe they grow 32 blocks tall each. So that's pretty insane. We're going to get a ton of sugarcane out of that. So you want to get that growing pretty early on, because that's going to be quite useful. It's very useful in the next episode that we're doing, actually, which is why I want to get into farming today. Now, over... Wait, what? Where did my mutton go? Oh, wait, no, hang on. Hang on, I cooked it, I didn't hang it out to dry. There we go, so that's going to take about 1:30 to do. Okay, so while that is happening, I'll just show you guys a couple of other things with saplings. Obviously, if this bit isn't for you, you can skip on to the end of the episode, but I'm just trying to make sure that if I do things in between episodes, I do at least cover them with you guys as to how I did it, because some things in this pack are a little bit complicated, to be honest. As I say, I struggle with a few of them. So let's have a look at the lapis sapling. Okay, oh, not sapling. Here we go. So for this one here, you need to get dark oak saps, bit of clay, bit of bone, bit of a water bowl. Now I'm assuming you know how to get all that stuff. As far as the dark oak sapling goes, you need coal sapling in a cauldron with water. So these recipes, some of them are a little bit involved, but they're not actually too difficult once you go through them. However, there were a couple of times when I felt very stuck and had to do a bit of Googling and stuff. And as I say, it's generally a case of the ambers being the problem. Okay, so everything else that's here, you guys will probably be able to figure out on your own, I think. Diamond sapling. Well, if you're me, you get given them because someone gave me one as a gift. But if you were doing this on your own, the way to get your diamond sapling is with a redstone sapling, a bit of gold, a bit of lapis, a bit of silver as well. So silver is a tree that I haven't actually made yet. So if we look at a silver sapling, for example, molten silver, so what we're going to need, obviously, there is the silver amber. We can look at that again. And let's see. So to get this, okay, this is kind of interesting. So I haven't looked at this yet, right? So you got different types of dye. Iron berries is one that you can use as well. Iron berries, that's an interesting one. How do we get iron berries? Oh, okay, so from this type of ironwood sapling. Aha, see, so some of this stuff I haven't even done myself. So I'm actually growing beetroot at the moment over in my farm, so I will trade that and get myself the iron berries in that way, I guess. And then it's just a bit of clay and lead and tin and stuff, and you get yourself the silver amber, and that'll help you to then move on to diamonds. So I got lucky to be given that because I didn't have to go down that rabbit hole. But this is the early game progression with saplings. It's how you're going to get all your resources. So again, just wanted to kind of clear that up for you. And as I say, you can leave me any questions you may have. But we have some leather. Ha ha ha. Which means we can make the wonderful cow seeds, which is what this is all about. And I'm probably missing... No, I'm not. I can actually make them. Awesome. But I don't have bone meal on me. Do I have bones around here? There's a little bit of bone meal there. I'll grab that. And is that all we have? Alright, maybe this is going to be enough. Maybe I'll get lucky. What I really would like to do is get lucky in so much as I hope this grows more than one cow. Oh, look at that. It's not enough. Okay, do I have bone meal here? I have a bone. That other 3 should be enough for us to grow it to full right now. Okay, so we grew the cow. I think the seed broke. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, look at that. So we'll get that one growing as well. So I'm not too worried about harvesting these guys just yet. I'll let them grow and the rest of the sheep and stuff grow. It was just a case of having them in place, and they can obviously then be bred and turned into more, which is quite useful. So that is what we wanted to do, and it's been done. What? Since when do I have an head on my head? Oh, you can put statues on your head. That is pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. Did I do that during this episode? I guess I must have done. I had no idea. I must have pressed the button or something. Well, me and Ed are in the tub. That sounded wrong. Okay, moving straight on from that. Guys, if you like me to fill you in on what I've been doing on cam like I've done today with those saplings, and you want more detailed explanations like that in the future, let me know. And if you don't want to hear them, let me know. Because at the end of the day, I'm really just doing those for you guys to try and keep you caught up. But if you're ever to see more of the gameplay stuff, I'm happy to do that. But for this episode, guys, that's going to be about it. So if this episode was helpful or you liked it, please do leave a like. It is greatly appreciated. And of course, if you want to see more, then please do subscribe for more. But from myself and Mr. Edward Cumper, it's goodbye for now. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.